Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode number 115. I'm in person today, but we are a little shorthanded. No Leo, he's at work. No Matt, he's on his way to South Carolina right now. But it's the day before Thanksgiving, gentlemen. How we doing?
Pretty good. Looking forward to that pre-Thanksgiving workout tomorrow morning. Always pre-Thanksgiving workout always hits different. It's always a good workout.
That's the way to go?
Yeah.
I might get a lift in before Thanksgiving tomorrow because there's no way I'm getting one when I come home. So
yeah.
That pretty much just leaves me with one option. But Isaac, how are you doing, kid?
Good. Not going to eat till Thanksgiving dinner, and then we'll be fine.
All right. Fair enough.
So he's taking the fasting approach. I'm taking the workout approach. Those two very different approaches, ladies and gentlemen.
You could always just drink a bunch of water. Just fill up your stomach.
Yeah. I usually don't eat till dinner.
That's fair.
And then I have a late night snack. So
yeah, you also can stay focused long enough between video games and sleeping that you'll be locked in.
Yep.
You got it.
Well, another week down. NFL action. Brady, Patriots were off last week, right?
Yes, Patriots were on bye. Thank the Lord. They couldn't ruin my Sunday. My fantasy team did, but we'll get there eventually.
Oh, yeah, they did. My team, the helmet hitters, absolutely dominated Braden Richard Bame.
He beat me by 20, and I still had the most points of the loss. Just painful.
I'd pretty much had a bye last week in fantasy.
Who'd you play?
Peyton, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Patriots were on bye, but it did not go without notice. The last episode we talked about, there were 94 different reports about Mac in the locker room. Well, now there's been 3 different interviews where people are like, yeah, we have Mac's back. We support Mac. Somebody just please tell me what in the heck is going on?
They're waiting till the end of the season to
do
check.
I was going to say, well,
that's what's going on.
there's no reason to bench Mac at this point because in terms of talent, he's still the best option. But you're going to lose regardless. There's no winning football in this team. Not when Juju Smith-Schuster is the best wide receiver on your team.
You guys should have tried to trade for Donovan Peoples-Jones.
I really liked Mario Douglas.
Wide receiver 1.
You guys should have traded for Scotty Miller. He could have been your wide receiver 1.
Well, we should have been trading away. We didn't even do that.
DPJ and Scotty Miller?
Nasty. That would be so funny.
I really liked Mario Douglas. Yeah. So he was a 6-rounder from Liberty. He's actually been pretty solid for us. But losing Kendrick Bourne a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And then who's the other guy that moved? He's been having some good games for a different team.
Oh, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers has been having some decent games for Vegas.
Yeah. Well, and Jacoby and Juju are making the same contract. Yeah.
Yeah,
which makes it even worse. But I'm looking ahead towards the offseason. Both tight ends on the roster will be free agents. Bourne's a free agent.
What about the premier tight ends?
That's what I said. They're both free agents.
Yeah, but you got to say premier tight ends.
Well, we only have one.
Premier tight end.
Premier tight end, Hunter Henry. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, his first year when Mac was good, he was also really good. I'm just gonna point that out.
Yeah, but Mac's garbage and he's garbage now.
Well, yeah. All right. Listen.
Blends in with the rest of the squad.
Yeah. There's just.
What do the Patriots even do to get better at this point? You know what I mean?
Tank for Marvin Harrison.
You think?
Tank for Marvin Harrison, get a new GM, sign a couple more weapons, running out with Mac for next year to see if him or Bill was the problem, and then if Mac's really the problem next year, you just tank and take whatever.
You trade for Zach Wilson.
No,
dude, he's been horrendous.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. Tommy DeVito already has either the same amount or more touchdown passes than he does.
He also has more career multi-touchdown games than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a good tweet, man.
That was great.
But speaking of Kenny Pickett, I was at the Browns game last weekend. We went up Saturday. We did the Christmas Story house. That movie was filmed in Cleveland. So I sat under the sink where what's his brother's name?
Oh, I don't know.
This is going to make me so sad. It's Ralphie and
I don't know.
This is going to irritate me, so I'm going to look it up.
But you had an absolute heater of a weekend.
I did. It was fun, man. We did the Christmas Story house. Randy, that's his name. Randy.
Well, it all started Friday night. What'd you do Friday night?
Oh yeah, I went to the Walla game on Friday night,
Mhm.
which was fun. They won. They looked good too. Was the good part. Kalamazoo unfortunately cut Nico Blockman. I was hoping that there would be a massive line brawl sparked on by him, but unfortunately that does not appear to be the case.
Kalamazoo also left their jerseys.
That was so I've never
You mean
seen
the fake
anything.
ones?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So to fill you in, ladies and gentlemen, I was out getting I think I got tenders and fries, like what
Maybe.
we normally do. I come back, sitting there, and the wings are skating around in the walleye practice jerseys, and I like elbow my buddy. I was like, what's going on, dude? And he was like, they forgot their jerseys. They'll be here. Did they come up for the second or the third period?
They came out in their jerseys for the second period, but they got there like as the game was about to start.
Okay.
So like I was curious. I was almost like, are they just gonna like throw them on real quick and then come out? And then they still came out in the practice jerseys. I was like, nah.
At that point, it just
they're-
might not have been worth it. But the wings were skating around in walleye practice jerseys, so it was like the walleye versus the walleye. It was so funny.
Well, and they also showed up half hour late because there was a traffic incident. So Kalamazoo was going through it.
Kalamazoo had they were on the struggle bus a little bit on Friday.
That will be a good meme Hall of Fame.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
Yeah, it will be.
It's a quality meme Hall of Fame entry.
Yes, it is. That's why the meme Hall of Fame was created, was because of stupid stuff like that.
Just realized I have a very funny story to tell you guys at lunch later.
All right, fair
Okay.
enough.
Fair.
But after the Christmas Story House, we hit up the Rock Hall, which was awesome. Loved that. I love going there.
I've actually never been.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
I've-
think I've ever been there.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of
I've done a
communists. How have
bunch
you
of
never been to the
research
Rock
on
Hall?
TikTok.
because if I'm in Cleveland, I go to the sporting event and go home.
Dumb.
We'll make
Dumb.
it.
I know.
We'll make a trip next.
What we
year,
should
but-
do is like guards game at night, but like go early for the Rock Hall.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
we should do.
We should
Next
do
summer
that.
we should totally do that.
Yeah, because we'll all be 21.
Yeah, we can just goof off before and after the game, get a hotel for the night.
That's what we call a night.
That
Yeah.
on the town. But I went to a Cleveland Monsters game on
How was
Saturday
that?
night. That was cool, man. There were 12 goals scored. They
Wow.
played Rochester. Not a crazy amount of rough housing, unfortunately. I don't like that hockey's getting away from that. I think it's dumb. Like Brandon Hawkins said, if guys aren't allowed to fight, you're going to see more like cross checks. You're going to see more boarding penalties, stuff like
the
that.
hockey needs to keep fighting, and that
It needs
needs
to keep
hockey
fighting.
so good.
Toledo 4-way provided plenty of fighting.
I'm sure that they did. That's one of the best rivalries in minor league hockey, no matter the level.
I'll have to look up this
The
stat,
game.
but
Speaking of rivalries, we'll get to it.
We'll get. Let's say
We'll get there
We'll
for
get
sure.
there.
But after that, we found some live music to listen to after the game for a little bit, then went back to the hotel. Woke up. I got to stand on the field and watch Steelers warm up. TJ Watt at one point was about the distance from Isaac and I apart, which was really cool. It was really cool seeing the second best defensive end in the Brown Stadium that day, that close.
TJ Watt is also a dirty player.
What makes you say that?
Have you not seen that video?
No.
Okay, I will
Find
find it for you.
Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, didn't he like try to like snap Antonio's knee or something?
Yes.
TJ Watt just doesn't seem like a great dude. Like, you know what I mean? When you see stuff about like Myles Garrett out there, like he's smiling, he's happy, he's at Cleveland stuff, whatever. Like TJ Watt just seems like kind of a jerk.
Well, think about it this way: do you think Carson enjoys having to live up to your shadow?
What? Oh, no, probably not. It's very hard. It's very
Exactly.
difficult. Yeah,
TJ
okay. I'll buy that.
TJ
I'll buy
trying to
that.
live up to JJ.
I honestly didn't even think about that, but that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, also he got owned by Big Thanos.
Oh, dude, Big
Oh,
Thanos
really?
literally pancaked him on the last drive. That was awesome.
I'm not a Browns fan, but I like Big Thanos.
Big Thanos came to play, man. He hadn't even been playing a whole lot in
Deal.
that game because he's had like knee? It's a shoulder injury and like a knee injury, maybe something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But he played well. TJ Watt, I think did he have one sack? He might have one sack.
I think he
didn't
had
have any.
one.
No sacks, no pressures.
No sacks, no pressures.
He only beat, at least not against Big Thanos. He only beat Big Thanos one time.
Right. But
No
I
sacks,
think
no
I
pressures.
think he ended with one sack. I think he beat James Hudson once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all. But yeah, Browns walked away with a 13-10 victory. Defensive battle for sure. Jerome Ford scored our only touchdown, and then Mr. Automatic Dustin Hopkins finished it off.
I sent you the video and you the video. but
I've
you've
seen the
probably
video.
seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Mr. Automatic, the man who missed the game-tying PAT and kicked the game-winning field goal against Baltimore. Just menace activities. But yeah,
Dirty.
it was certainly a
Scumbag.
Yeah,
Dirty.
exactly.
That's terrible. Joel
Dirty.
Antonio's doing his job, and then you like drive him.
He's trying to break his knee.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Dirty.
It's not. Don't worry, guys. It's good. It would have been fine. Both of our tackles are completely healthy, and our all-pro guard that we owe a lot of money to.
Right.
We wouldn't have missed him at all.
All right,
No.
dirtiest player bracket right now.
Vontez Burfict, number 1.
We're doing multi-sport.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Edwards or Draymond Green?
Anthony Edwards,
TJ Watt or Mac Jones?
TJ
Watt or Anthony Edwards?
TJ Watt.
All right, making sure.
That's one of my favorite bits that I've
I
ever come.
do
up
want to
with.
shout out our left
There's so
tackle
many.
right now. He is playing very well.
James Hudson?
No,
No, Richard, Big Thanos.
I thought McDaniels was right tackle.
no,
No, he was the left
No,
tackle in the
no.
play that he pancaked him, right?
no. He's right.
Was he right tackle? Who played
Yeah.
left tackle?
I thought it was James Hudson.
James Hudson was in there for a little bit, but he didn't play the whole
It
game.
was him and Juwan Jones switching off. Because
Right.
Juwan Jones wasn't completely healthy enough to play the full game.
Right. Big Thanos is DeJuan Jones, just so you all know. And
I'll look up see who the left tackle is. I don't remember.
Jalen Warren kept the Steelers in that game. The Browns just could not figure him out. It was very stressful. In the third quarter, like their third play from scrimmage, he broke off that 60-yard run. That's how the Steelers have been staying in games.
Yeah.
Entire
Warren
year.
is the best back and might be a top 10 back if he actually gets the snaps.
Yeah.
Well, now that the Steelers fired Matt Canada,
Sad day. Sad day.
Jalen Warren might actually be useful. Does Najee get traded this offseason?
Yes.
They'll move on from him so they can give Jalen Warren more touches.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say they've been splitting 50-50 the whole entire.
And there's no
season.
reason for it. Like Najee Harris was a good prospect. He still could be a good back in the league, but like Jalen Warren's the guy they need to go with right now. Jalen Warren,
Yeah.
I'll even go this far to say Jalen Warren passed the eye test.
Yeah,
He really did.
he looked good.
He had a great game. Like I said, the Steelers will get 1 or 2 big plays during games to keep them in it. So when they break off like a big play like that, I was nervous, man. And then Boswell came in and got a field goal to tie it. And then Hopkins, we drove down the field, got the ball back, drove down the field. DTR led us down the field and kicked a field goal with 2 seconds left and then stuffed them from there.
I think it's a former Raider first round pick. Alex Litherwood.
Oh, Alex Leatherwood. Yeah, he's perfect.
Leatherwood.
All right, hold up. My anxiety is killing me, so I'm terrified that it's not recording. Because it should auto record, but I'm sitting here screaming. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I was just like,
I would have been so mad if we weren't
Oh,
recording.
okay.
I'm supposed to auto record. I was like,
Well,
all right, sorry.
no, you're good.
Oh, actually, I saw a take on TikTok. Somebody said, all right, imagine the Steelers next year. Offense built up, new offensive coordinator, defense comes back. What if they decide to move on from Kenny Pickett and sign Kirk Cousins? Do they make the Super Bowl?
They don't make the Super Bowl. No, they're not even going to be the best team in the AFC.
That's
No.
what
They'll be
my
like
thought was.
13.
They'll be third at most.
Mhm.
But they were like, Kirk Cousins could lead the Steelers to Super Bowl right now. It's like,
That's a
No.
little. If in their offense now, he still couldn't do it. That
Yeah.
team just isn't good enough on offense. And granted, the Browns are starting to run into the same problem. DTR did good enough. He didn't do good. He did good enough. He threw a pick late, which scared me. That was really the only big mistake that he made.
Yeah, if he actually throws it, not try and go for the back shoulder. If he throws it right on that slant route, it's a catch, not a pick.
Even then, he should have taken a page out of Tom Brady's book and thrown the check down there. You can't force that.
Right.
I'm really curious to see what your quarterback situation is going to be with Joe Flacco in the building.
I like the move. I do.
I was gonna say, how long do you think they'll run DTR out there until they say, "All right, Joe, it's your time"?
They're gonna keep playing DTR unless he loses 2. That's what I've heard.
Unless this is 2.
Yeah,
I could see that.
loses 2. As long as DTR doesn't turn the ball over, just makes the plays he needs to, scrambles when we want him to, he'll be the starter for the rest of the year.
Our ceiling, I think, is much higher with DTR than either Joe Flacco or PG Walker.
I agree.
But our floor is a lot lower too. But when
That is also true.
the point of sports is to win, right?
Yeah.
You want to go out there, especially in the situation we're in now with our defense. Our defense is good enough to keep us in against any team in the league.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think you guys would benefit so much if the Titans actually cut Tannehill.
That's-
Oh, did you see that
that's
Rodney McLeod's
starting-
out for the year now
Yeah.
too?
That's starting to heat up. Tannehill might get cut. It's
I
starting to heat up.
could see them doing it.
Good.
Did you guys see that Shaq Leonard got cut yesterday?
Yeah.
Why?
Supposedly the Browns
So-
are the number 1 target for him if he gets through waivers.
So I don't know what I don't know actually all the behind the scenes stuff, but I guess they weren't playing him every down. They were like cutting his playing time, but he didn't even ask to be released. They just cut him on their own.
Huh.
But he's also owed like $50 million over the next 3 years.
I was gonna say he
and the
signed
rest
a
of the
big
season.
contract like 2 years ago.
It's because he's a 3-time Pro Bowler and a former All Pro. Like the talent's there. He's good. But they just no dice. But yeah, I think the last year of his contract, he was like $19.5 million. So a lot of people think he's going to clear waivers, so that way the Colts foot the bill, and then they can just pay him whatever.
Yeah. And they're gonna get
That would be nasty if we added Shaq.
he's
Leonard.
going to get through waivers.
Well, and
He's
him and
coming
Anthony
through.
Walker played together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we got Anthony Walker
Yeah.
from, was Indianapolis.
and that's part of why I think the Browns are the favorite, right?
They are the favorite right now.
Dude, that would be nasty. Taki. Because think about it. Our 3-4 then would be Garrett, Zadarius Smith, and then you can plug any of the other guys in.
Yeah, you don't know how long Walker's out for.
Exactly.
So
And
it makes
think-
sense
think-
to go get him.
And think about it. If we get healthy, it's JOK, Anthony Walker, Shaq Leonard, and Sione Taki.
And
That is nasty.
Taki is so underrated as a linebacker.
He's played great
He's
this
so
this
good.
season. He took a big step forward.
Well,
I
and
think.
even with Shaq Leonard, like he can play inside or outside. Like he can,
Yeah.
he
Exactly.
can move around.
Extremely
The
versatile.
same with Taki.
I wish GM Bill Belichick would be like, look at all this upcoming cap space. Sure, we'll claim you off waivers. We have the third. We are third in waiver priority right now. Third.
You're
we-
still not going to pick him up.
We're in the spot. Oh, I know we won't, but I wish we would.
I
could use him, especially with Judah now.
yeah.
Because Judah losing our 2 best defenders is part of why the spiral started so quickly.
Judon and who is the other idiot?
Christian Gonzalez,
Yeah,
our,
the corner.
our first round pick in the last draft. Yeah.
That was such a good pick by you guys.
That was smart. That was a good pick. Other than if you guys would have taken a wide receiver.
I just think it's really funny that the Commanders took a corner right in front of us. They took Emmanuel Forbes.
Then they got beaten by the Giants this week.
It's so funny, dude. The Giants literally just have the Commander's number. It's that
Yeah.
easy.
I wish Sam Howell would play the Giants every week because then Leo would be in a Patriots jersey. But I mean, the man had 3 picks to 1 passing touchdown, so his passer rating dropped a whole 2 points.
Yeah, it did.
So depending on which New England team shows up against the Giants this week,
Probably the bad one.
I'd be okay with that because the Giants are one of the only 2 teams ahead of us in the draft pick. Honestly, this is a win-win scenario. Either we win and Mac looks good, or we lose and we get the number 2 pick.
You guys still won't take Marvin Harrison. Caleb Williams.
Or no, I think we're ahead of the Giants now. I think it's the
You're
Cardinals
2-8.
that need to win. It's the Cardinals that need
Cardinals.
to win. We need the Cardinals
And
and
the
the Cardinals to
Cardinals-
win 1 and the Panthers to win 2 if we lose out.
The Cardinals really, their record doesn't show like the positives of that team. though.
No, the Cardinals are.
They've been competing.
Yeah.
They haven't been winning, but they've been competing.
I think they'll win 1 or 2 more this season since they have Kyler back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say their star quarterback is back. They just need more help. Like, you know what I mean? They don't really have
Yeah.
a stud wide receiver anymore.
They need a
Yeah,
wide
Marcus
receiver.
Barnes
They
kinda
need
did.
some defensive help.
Well, and that's why I want the Cardinals to start winning because if we have for us to have a shot at Marvin Harrison Jr., the Cardinals have to start winning, and the Panthers need to start winning because I can see the Bears taking him number 1. I don't think they move on from Justin Fields unless somebody offers
the
them like a huge load.
Plus, the Panthers pick is the Bears.
I know that
The Bears might have 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah.
They probably will have 2 top 5 picks.
That'd be really funny if they like traded up to get 1-2 so they could get like Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison.
Well, but that's what people are talking about. Like, if they trade Justin Fields and the Panthers end up with number 1 pick, like, do you take Caleb Williams and then Then
You can't
take Marvin
cut.
Harrison?
You can't move on from Bryce Young that quick.
No, the Bears.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you can dump Justin Fields, you pick you. As much as I don't like Caleb Williams as like a person, because like it, I still haven't moved on from what he said. I want partial ownership in whatever team that I work for. Like no,
Caleb Williams gives me too many James Harden vibes.
yes he does.
A bust.
That's a hot take. That's
Low-key.
why we're called Hot Take Sports. Okay.
He's
Look,
going to be the
I'm here for
biggest
it.
bust
Look.
in the NFL.
All right, hold on.
I was gonna say-
Now you're talking history. If you're talking history, you're wrong.
I don't know if it
Now.
gets much worse than it Zach Wilson or
No,
Jamarcus
I was
No,
gonna
but
say
he
nothing's
is-
worse than Jamarcus Russell.
He is so hyped.
Maybe Ryan Leaf.
He is going to be a bust.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's difficult because you could even if you really want to, you could start the Trevor Lawrence as a bust narrative if you really tried hard enough, which he's not.
I was gonna say Trevor Lawrence isn't a bust.
No, the current agenda is Trevor Lawrence is mid, but he's still the best quarterback out of that draft.
He still is, yeah. Zach Wilson is trash.
But I mean that entire draft class is just yikes.
Nightmare.
Because it's T-Law, Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and Mac Jones.
If Fields actually had a coach that knew how to play off of him, he would be good.
Good Lord. Imagine Justin Fields in Pittsburgh.
That's
Life would be over.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The AFC North is already the best division in football. At me, go ahead. At me, Twitter. C Scalina 12. At me on Twitter. And what are you? What? Who's better? Who's better?
I'm just trying to. The Broncos.
Who's better? Our floor team is better than any other.
I was gonna say, yeah. Your floor team is better because the problem is the AFC West could be really good, but they're not.
Yeah, the Broncos are bad. Well, they're not bad. I take that back. They've won 4 straight games. I get it.
The Chargers have the worst record in that division.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, the Chargers are 4-6. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because the Raiders are 5-6, the Broncos are 5-5,
And the
Chiefs
Chiefs are like
7-3.
they're 7-3
Yeah.
now.
There's a lot of teams half game back from that 1 seed.
Yeah. I agree.
Theoretically-
The AFC North is by far the best football.
The AFC North is now a 2-horse race, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is now.
With no Burrow, yeah, I
With
agree.
no Burrow, the Bengals are done. Pack it in. I will say, I agree with this Chase Daniels take. Teams need to emphasize having a competent backup quarterback.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
said that too. I agree.
Instead of saving money. Like, it's ridiculous. There's no reason that you should not have a competent backup QB.
Bailey Zappi.
Sorry.
My bad.
What do you mean? He's the best quarterback on your roster.
That what we're calling it?
Yep.
No, they're all bad. All of them.
Well, yes, but
Give me Will Greer. No.
really?
No, just leave Mac out there, please, for my sanity.
But I think that the AFC North, top to bottom, is the best division in football.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
agree.
I think that the AFC West is good. They could be good. The NFC East could be good outside of the Giants. They have 3 decent teams. The Cowboys are good. The Eagles are good. The Commanders are
The
okay.
Commanders should be better.
The Commanders should be better, and they're still okay.
If
Yeah.
the Giants could have last year Daniel Jones, they'd be fine.
And the Giants are trash.
The Giants' problem is their O line. I mean,
They're so bad.
I mean,
They're-
the Commanders traded half their defense, and he still got 11 sacks out of him or something stupid last week.
Yeah, I think Commanders defense.
Because I went back and looked. I was like, I wonder how the Commanders defense actually did. Because think about it, they traded both Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Traded both of them, and they still torched the Giants.
The Giants need to do some soul searching, dude. Like
That-
the only quarterback on a worse contract in the NFL than Daniel Jones is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
The
Proud of you.
only I know. Listen.
Wait, I have a
America.
question for you. Would you trade Deshaun Watson and then re-sign Baker?
Do they eat his cap?
Yes.
They're gonna have
Yeah.
to.
Then yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody is willing to eat his cap, I would listen to any call.
No, I
230 million fully guaranteed. I listened to it broken down the other day. If we were to cut him, we would have like $96 million in dead cap or something like that in 24. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was gonna say,
But-
the Browns would have to talk really they probably have to split 50-50 at least.
We would have to eat some of it if we want.
Yeah.
There's no reason to trade him though, because we've seen what he can do. The second half of the Ravens game proved to me, okay, this guy could be the guy.
Amari Cooper with Deshaun Watson is one of my favorite fantasy wide receivers on the planet.
It's nasty.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Coop is great. We need to bring him back if we can.
The guys I want to bring back is Zadarius Smith, because he's helping Garrett out a lot.
Zadarius Smith is disgusting.
Oh, yeah, he's
with
He
Miles
helped
Garrett.
Garrett out a lot. Take that next step. Amari Cooper.
Yes. Let's trade and get Donovan Peoples-Jones back.
He's a free agent.
But yeah, I know.
You guys can just have Kendrick Bourne.
No,
No.
we don't want
Hey-
Kendrick Bourne. We have Cedric Tillman. Our wide receiver room is good.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Yeah, well, your entire team isn't good.
That was a good.
I want Amari back.
We need Amari back.
I want Zadarius back.
Yes.
He helps Garrett out. So
Juwan Thornhill could stay healthy.
Juwan. His name's Juan.
It's way funnier to say Juwan.
Okay,
Thanks,
just making sure you knew that.
It's Juwan Thornhill. It's Juan. It's Juwan.
Yeah,
Grant Delpit's evolving into something special.
Every single
Bro.
safety that we've picked in like the last 3 years has been good, except for Greedy Williams.
Yeah.
yeah.
Greedy Williams is the
He was
only one that
corner.
did well, secondary.
Yeah, that's
Bro, I want to Grant Delpit for New England so bad. So
Dude,
you guys
Grant
talk about
Delpit Grant Delpit's good. Juan
Yeah.
Thornhill when he's
It's
healthy
been-
is good.
You guys-
Denzel Ward's good.
Guys' secondary development has just been insane.
It's been
Ever
awesome.
since you guys took Denzel Ward, it's been insane.
Yeah. Before that, we were picking morons like Justin Gilbert. Oh my gosh. Do you
Joe
remember when
Hayden.
we picked him?
Joe Hayden was good though.
Joe Hayden was the only Joe Hayden, Gary Barnage, and like Joe Thomas were the only bright spots of the team growing up.
Gary
And that one year of
Barnage.
Peyton Hillis.
Yep.
Hey, that Gary Barnage was really only good the 1 year. I had him in fantasy football though. That was
Gary Barnage was like an all-pro and then just disappeared. He was like Peyton Hillis.
Yeah.
All-pro on the cover of Madden and then just disappeared.
Shout out to Andrew Berry making him trade for a kicker though.
Yeah. Just move this. See,
We need to resign him too.
well, yeah, we need to bring Hopkins back. That dude's automatic.
Oh yeah, I agreed.
The Browns overall, final thoughts before we move on from the NFL.
Yeah.
The Browns are fine. DTR just needs to hold everything together.
He's
They don't
Yep.
they don't have he doesn't have to be a superstar. He doesn't have to try and overextend himself. They just have to do good enough. They don't have to be good. They just have to be good enough.
He played a tough defense. He looked decent
Yes.
after a full week of practice.
Isaac, last thoughts on the Browns before we move on.
I like where we're at.
Richard, thoughts on the Pats before we move on. Who do you guys play this week?
The Giants.
Oh, yeah, duh. We just talked about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we play the Steelers in a couple weeks though. Currently on Thursday Night Football. See if that gets flexed.
It very well
It
gets flexed.
might.
Cause I'm confused because like I feel like at the beginning of the year I saw stuff about Thursday Night Football getting flexed, but now I'm seeing stuff that's Monday Night Football that can get flexed. Which personally, I'd rather watch Steelers Patriots on Thursday night than Chiefs Patriots on Monday night.
Yeah. That you guys have to play the Chiefs yet?
We put the Chiefs and Broncos like back to back weeks. Let me pull up our early schedule.
Patrick Surtain is literally going to make you guys his children.
Yeah, that's something new. I mean,
That'll be a good matchup this week.
let's take a gander here. Where is Sunday? There is Sunday. So this week we play the Giants. Then we play the Chargers at home. Then we go to Pittsburgh,
Ugh.
Thursday Night Football. Then we come home for Chiefs on Monday Night Football.
Oh boy.
Then we go to Denver for the Nightmare Before Christmas on Sunday Night Football. Then we close out the year in Buffalo and then home against the Jets.
Their primetime games might get flexed.
I could see it.
They
I really could.
They only flexed one of our 4 primetime games at the end of the year last year. The only one they flexed off was the one that most people probably would have enjoyed watching, Patriot Raiders.
Yeah.
Because
Great game. Great game.
because that Monday Night Football against the Cardinals was when Kyler tore his ACL.
Right.
And Thursday Night Football was against the Bears. And that was when Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones kept getting flipped in and out.
Looking like BG football. Speaking of BG football, first winning season since 2015.
Nice.
Woo! I think
Yeah, they still haven't put together a full game in a minute though, other than the Georgia Tech game like week 3. They looked great in the first half last night, and then had 2 field goals and got outscored in the second half, but still won 34-10.
all the homies say Isaac.
Yeah, they do. But we're bowl eligible. If the bowl game's in the South, we'll probably go because I'll be down south for Christmas this year. But we'll see. I'm interested to see what bowl game we get. I don't want to. If they go out west, I'd be a little disappointed. But the Bahamas Bowl in Charlotte would be perfect.
I've somehow ended up on BG football Twitter somehow. And I saw people like complaining about Bowling Green's losses, and somebody was like, "Guys, they lost to Michigan. They beat Georgia Tech. I don't remember who they said the other like non-MAC loss was to.
The other non-MAC loss was to Liberty.
That's right.
Liberty's undefeated.
Liberty, and they were like, "Are 3 losses? Actually, the 3 best teams in the conference. We're fine."
But the way that they lost against Miami and OU was unacceptable.
And Toledo.
That was also, you can't. We had Toledo on the ropes, didn't finish the job. We got blown out on homecoming by OU, and then we just looked terrible against Miami.
Could you imagine if Bowling Green was 10-2? And their only losses would have been to Liberty and Michigan?
2 undefeated teams. Our losses, the teams that we've lost to, I think have lost the combined 6 games.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, Toledo lost
Toledo's
to what? Illinois and Ohio State?
Illinois. No, they're 10-1. They've literally just lost to Illinois.
What MAC team played Ohio State?
I don't know,
I
but
thought it was Toledo.
it was not Toledo. Toledo played them when I was a freshman.
Was it Kent?
It might have been Kent this year. And Kent's really bad, so that's kind of funny.
How did they play?
But I think it's BG. I think it's Toledo and Miami in the MAC championship this year. That'll be a good game.
That should be a good game. Toledo should win.
Toledo is probably the best team in the MAC. I still think that their record's inflated because, like, while we were playing Michigan and Liberty, the only good team they played outside of like anybody in our conference was Illinois.
Yeah.
And even then, they're not a great Big Ten team.
Let me feel this.
Whereas we went on the road to play the, at the time, number 2 team in the country. They stole our plays. They're a bunch of dirty cheaters and liars.
Facts.
Oh, no, they play Western Kentucky. That's not a MAC. That's a Conference USA. But
Yeah, team up north.
Yeah. So
the T-Town.
that brings us to the game.
DJ.
11-0 versus 11-0 for the second straight year. 2 versus 3 right now.
Oh, they won't be cheating this year.
So as you know, we are Hot Take Sports. So we enjoy sports in general. Brady, what was your favorite sporting event you've ever been to?
I would have to say probably the playoff game between the Guardians and the Yankees at the end of last season in the playoffs.
Oh, good one. Isaac?
Browns Bills.
That's Bills. Leo?
Yeah, my favorite one was this Crew home opener this year, being front row, witnessing the magic of Lucas Zelleran.
Great time with the boys. Clayton?
One of my personal favorites from the last year was my dad and I went to Milwaukee to watch the Dodgers play the Brewers. Got a new stadium off the list, sat first row right field. Sweet.
Nice. Home run ball?
Over me. I watched Freddie Freeman hit one directly over my head.
So
And
cool.
Mookie Betts played catch right next to me, so that was kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Got on
That's
ESPN.
Right, you were on ESPN.
That is true.
We, as a group, went to a Timberwolves Cavaliers game in Cleveland earlier this year, so that was super fun. And you know what every single one of those events has in common?
What would that be, Matt?
We used code HTS at SeatGeek to get $20 off our purchase.
Exactly. There's nothing better than saving money and supporting your favorite content creators, being Hot Take Sports. Make sure to use code HTS next time you check out at SeatGeek. Tickets not only for sporting events, but concerts, comedy shows, really anything that requires tickets. Summer is coming. All of your favorite events are coming up this summer, so make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase.
And we are back after some things.
Yeah. I hate everything and everybody. Moving on.
Most eventful ad break of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. Anyway.
Yeah, moving on. The game. 11-0, 11-0, 2-3. Yeah, doesn't get much bigger. Winner
Nope.
gets a shot at Iowa for the Big Ten title, and if you lose, you're basically out of the college football playoff race.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if you lose to Iowa, you're just a fraudulent college.
That's
Yes.
facts.
Iowa's defense is good, but they have no offense.
No, they cannot score to save. They're like the Browns. They can't score to save their lives.
What's the fact that their record is so good and that they're ranked 16 is baffling.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
This is essentially the Big Ten title game. essentially.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it has been every year for the most part. Other than didn't Northwestern win one year?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
that long ago. But overall, I'm excited. Should be a good game, hopefully. Kyle McCord's been looking better and better, I would say.
Yeah,
As the
I
season
would
goes
say
on, he
so.
keeps getting better. And I don't really think that Michigan. I don't know. I can't really see them winning. I guess I don't. The only thing Ohio State's biggest problem last year was they couldn't mitigate big plays, and they are now mitigating big plays.
Their defense is much better than last year.
Yeah, they got that defensive coordinator from Oklahoma last year, or Oklahoma State or whatever last year. And I think he finally fixed the big play problem because that was how Michigan stayed in it, is they
It
kept
took
getting
them a
big
year
plays.
to get them into a Big Ten system.
Yep.
Or if we can stop the run, we win the game. Nine times out of 10. But we have to stop the run. We have to make JJ McCarthy throw the football because that's how they've been winning the last 2 weeks. I mean, that's how they beat. Oh, who they just play?
Penn State,
Maryland.
Maryland.
That's right. They
Maryland,
played Penn State the week
State.
before.
Yeah. JJ McCarthy could barely throw the ball to save his life against Maryland.
JJ McCarthy couldn't do anything. Blake Corum is the heart and soul of that team.
Blake Corum, and then I mean they have a two-headed back system like we do.
Yeah.
We have Henderson and Williams, which I mean we're down one now, but I mean Corum and Donovan Edwards, they're both good backs too. It's going to be a very ground game dependent result and a very defensive dependent result, regardless of who wins.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Overall, who do you guys give the edge to? I think Michigan's favored by 3.5 right now.
Michigan won't be cheating this year.
Yeah.
It's true because they don't have Jim Harbaugh.
And Connor Stallions was officially fired like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago,
and the
something like that.
linebackers coach was fired. So I think it'll be a very close game because Michigan will play pissed off and it's a rivalry game. I think we win by 3.
Michigan's favored by 3 currently. I was right.
Hear me out.
Hit me.
We win by 2. Game-winning field goal.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I have Ohio State by 9. I think Ohio State hopefully won't have any problems because Michigan, I don't think, has any notable corners that can really cover Marvin Harrison Jr.
True.
Well, even if they do, that's what Emeka Egbuka's for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really. Michigan's obviously a good team, but if Ohio State can mitigate the run, they're screwed.
Yeah.
And I think they can do that.
Our corners are decently good now.
Yeah, we're.
Future New England Patriot Kyle McCord carrying it alone.
He's literally the same thing as Mac Jones. Do you want Kyle
I didn't
McCord?
say I want him. I'm just predicting.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So you'll draft them next year?
Yeah, he can be our 7th
Is-
round pick.
You guys think he'll go?
Not this
eventually.
year, but
Not
next
this year. I think next year he will.
I think next year once he has a second year of playing.
Sweet.
I do think he'll go. I think he'll do what Cardell did. Come back the second year and try again.
Oh, he has to. He wouldn't. He would be picked, but like he would be a super late round pick if he got picked right now. So I don't think that there's any reason for him to turn pro. I
was
think
just
that he
saying,
should just wait.
I think he'd be a top 5 quarterback in the next class. I don't know. I don't know what other quarterbacks are in the next draft class. It's probably a
Yeah.
super weak class for all that because a lot of the main quarterbacks going this year. Because if JJ McCarthy goes this year, then next year's
Yeah.
quarterback is horrible. Quarterback class is just bad.
Yeah,
I think McCarthy will get this year.
I think he'll go too. I think he's done about all he needs to.
I think if Michigan makes the playoff, I think he'll go.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, I don't think he'll go. But do we have anything else big?
I mean, the NBA is going on. I mean, the Cavs looked good last night. It's
Cavs beat the Nuggets on Sunday. That was big.
And they
In
beat
Cleveland.
Philly.
Sixers
no T
last
last
night,
night.
no T.
Yep. The Cavs have been playing better. We're getting healthy, which is good. They just got to stay healthy. You know, we are healthy. We got to stay healthy.
Yep.
My basketball team is a garbage.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
I
I
think
think our coach is younger than LeBron.
I know. I saw that today. I didn't even think about that. Hold up, let me find my record because it is no bueno.
T-Wolves are good and the Lakers are doing well, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
the
it.
Lakers beat us by 32 last night. We're 4-10.
Yeah.
How are the
We're-
Lakers? I
The
haven't paid
Lakers
attention to
Lakers are 9-6.
Okay.
So they're average. The Wolves are playing really well, and
Yeah.
we're playing better. We're
Except
like, what,
the Wolves are
9-6?
the Wolves are the 1 seed right now.
I know.
Last.
I don't know why.
Um,
I don't know why Matt keeps saying I don't want there to be expectations for my team. Like they're good.
They're
They
good.
are now.
They're
Yeah.
good. It's that
because
simple.
They started playing with each other. They're good.
Yeah, it's because Cat remember how to play basketball.
They did.
Yeah,
Finally.
yeah.
If it'll load, I can tell you your record, but it's taking sweet time.
Mm-hmm.
You are 8-6.
Okay, yeah. So about the same as the Lakers.
8-6 was the 8th seed in the Eastern. That's wild.
Well, we also started like 2-5 or something like that.
yeah.
So we're playing a lot better.
Oh, but you guys are right there with the Knicks and Pacers and the Magic. The Magic are 9-5.
yeah. How Matera's him.
Yeah.
No,
Paulo's taking
come
that
on,
team
the
to
Magic?
another level.
I mean, Paulo's good. I wasn't combining Paulo. The Magic as a whole,
Yeah.
wild.
Magic aren't a bad team.
They've won the last 4 games.
I think they'll sneak in as a 8 or a 7 seed.
Man, you were
They'll at least be in the playing tournament.
Nah.
Paulo and Franz Wagner started every game.
Detroit is 2-13. Oh my god.
Yeah,
they're
Detroit's
bad.
That's
bad.
abysmal.
Yep.
Man, you know what? Orlando is gonna be God tier only because they play Joe Ingles. This is how it works.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's played in every game for them,
Wow.
which is ridiculous. He gets 19 minutes a game.
That's impressive, not gonna lie.
Cavs have been road warriors so far this
Yeah.
year. 5-3 on the road, 3-3 at home.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, fine with the Cavs. They're healthy. They just need to stay healthy and keep playing well.
This couch is garbage hockey teams. That couch is a decent hockey team.
Fire our coach, please.
Your guys'
He's a
coach is
moron.
terrible. Your guys' organization is terrible. Your guys' team is terrible.
Our team's
Terrible.
our
Your
pla-
team.
we have good players. We just don't have a great coach.
You
Yeah,
guys
it's not
are
that bad.
currently 4-11-4.
Yeah.
So basically 4-15.
Mm-hmm.
My team would actually be in the playoffs right now.
We are
The
essentially 8-9. We have 3 OT losses.
You guys will make a good deep playoff run this year.
We'll make the playoffs. I don't think we'll go deep, but
I think you guys will.
we'll make it.
I think you'll at least get to the second round and go at least 7.
Clayton, we have the same number of points.
Yeah, we do. We both have 19. And Isaac's team
It's
has
bad.
12. 'Cause they're
12.
4-11-4. Kraken are 7-8-5.
Yeah.
Well, right now we'd be the 8th seed in the Western Conference.
Right now we would be the
You'd be the 9 seed.
Yep.
So you're right there on the bubble.
Yeah, we would miss the playoffs if it ended today. We would be the first team out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will definitely sneak in.
Leo just had to drop the Packers tight end because he lacerated his kidney.
Well, that'll happen.
Rip Bozo, I guess.
Is that a podcast?
Yeah, I think it's a podcast.
This has been episode 117.
No, 115.
Oh,
Try.
my bad. 115. We'll see you next time on the Hot Take Sports Podcast.
Make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. It is full-fledged sports season and bowl season is coming up as well. So code HTS will save you $20 off of your first purchase. Again, code HTS at SeatGeek. We will see you all next week.
Thank you.